Shout out to Wu-Tang, y'all. But it's so funny because I didn't know that there was an actual witness there. There was another girl who's on social media. Remember we talked about her before? Her name is Emily. And she actually seen what happened and what went on. So we're going to go ahead and watch her video. But first, I'm going to give you all the backstory, all that good stuff. And also what Gene Deal said, because he said he went Wu-Tang. And a lot of people didn't know what he meant by that. But it all makes sense after you hear the eyewitness. And as well as we're going to talk about Armon and Tisa Tells and why they out there killing it at the Diddy trial. We're going to talk about it all. So let's get to it, y'all. What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. And yes, I'm your boy AT2. How everybody doing? How everybody living? How everybody feeling? Excuse me for my tardiness, but I'm here. That's all that matters. But let me say what's up to the people. And damn, I gotta fix that damn light because it's hella crooked, y'all. What's up, Childish Bambino? What's up, Miss Kitty? What's up, Wanda? What's up, DH? Who else we got here? What's up, my sweet? What's up, Tasha? What's up, Denitria? Shout out to Denitria. What's up, Stephanie? What's up, VSOP? We got Joy up in the house. What's up, Keita? Great to see everybody. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Y'all already know the deal, so don't act brand new. What's up, Orlando, Ingrid, Nettie? I see y'all. All right. So enough of the pleasantries. Let's just go ahead and get into it. So Gene Deal, I had seen this video the other day where he said he went Wu-Tang. And a lot of people were like, oh, he must have knocked him out. He knocked him out. And I was like, no, I don't think he got knocked out. Now, I think because Denat, the person who he is, we want him to get knocked out. I think that's honestly, we gotta be honest with ourselves, right? I think the reason why, and mind you, like Yahoo, there were major people who reported on it and they just said a YouTuber got knocked out or something like that, right? But I think the reason why we believed it is because we wanted it to happen. We wanted it to happen. Put a one in, I don't want y'all lying. Put a one in the chat if you, how do I put this? Because I don't want to condone violence because then they'll try to hit my video. But put a one in the chat if you wanted karma to happen to Denat. Put a one in the chat if you wanted karma to happen to him. Be honest. Be honest. Thank you, Denitria. Thank you. We all wanted karma to happen. Hello, Kitty. Winnie. Addicted. Kawan. Y'all petty as hell. So, yeah, I had to change the way I said that. Because I don't want to condone violence. But we all were hoping that karma would happen to him. And, I mean, let you go ahead and listen to Gene Deal. And shout out to Art of Dialogue. Please don't strike my video. Don't be haters. Y'all tell Art of Dialogue in the chat, don't be haters. All right, let's get to it. Here we go. I'm a one-man show.
To be adult men. You understand what I'm saying? So that makes me grown. I've raised people to be adults. I've helped people with their kids for them to become adults. So I'm a grown-ass man, and I don't need nobody, anybody. You just can't talk to me any kind of way or say whatever you want to say. Because then when we see each other, then express yourself as a man. So here this dude hollering, saying, call all kind of epithets, saying all kind of belligerent curse words, saying all kind of shit to me. And I'm like this. I'm like, yo, I played it cool when we was outside. Then when we got into the court, it was a whole different situation. You understand? It was a whole different situation. I went to him, I said, yo, bro, you had a lot of stuff to say outside. You understand? Yo, I got a lot of stuff to say now. That's what he said. I said, oh, what you got to say then? He said, yo, you got questions to answer. And for who? I said, if you want me to answer questions, do interview. I got a booking number, then you do interview. I answer any of your questions. I ain't got no problem of answering anything that you want to know. All you got to do is pay my fee, and I'll be there. He said, well, you ain't gonna tell me how to get the contact. And as soon as he said that, and he came like he was coming close to me, I took it back to 92. WUTANG. Protect your neck.
Ding, 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 ding. Keep that in mind. Protect your neck. Keep that in mind. Now, some people don't realize what that means. So that, I mean, it's still common because people still get robbed, right? But, you know, back in the day in the 90s, like that was a big thing when people would take your chain. People would literally, you know, that's where it came from, snatching, you know, somebody's chain. There was an incident where they had, back in the 90s, I remember they had took Ice Cube's chain, and like Eazy and his crew was wearing his chain and shit like that. So this is something that has happened before. So basically, that's what Gene Deal was saying, protect your neck. He took it back to 92. So Gene Deal actually gave him a warning. He gave him a warning.
And that's all I'm going to say. I took it back to that. I took it back to 1992 WUTANG. Protect your neck. And he know what I'm talking about. Then when I did that, the next thing you know, a girl came, the guards started coming and stuff like that. And he told the guards, yo, watch the camera. He hit me. That's what he said to the guard. So one guard was like this. One guard got in front of me and I moved. He said, yo, Gene. He said, yo, Gene, because he know me. He said, yo, Gene, you could just knock me down, bro. Just take a couple of days and get up out of here. And so I was leaving. So he ran and got his camera, and then somebody called my name. He called my name like that. I turned around and I just said to him, I said, yo, bro, I'm not that dude that you could just run up on. I'm not that dude that you could say whatever you want to say. I'm a grown-ass man. You understand?
See, so this is the part that went viral because remember when he was talking to Tisa on her channel, Tisa was interviewing him and they were walking, right? And then you heard Denat yelling and screaming and stuff like that. So that was their first introduction right there. And then we go to, they were sitting on the steps and he was like, you know, saying shit to him. Then this situation with the whole protect your neck, that happened inside the courthouse. And then the part that goes viral, what we see is when Denat is yelling at Gene Deal, and that's where everybody see everything. And then with our favorite homegirl, the Asian hate crime bill lady, yeah, that's when she came out and was screaming and yelling and shit like that. So yeah, we kind of didn't know the backstory. We thought that outside was like the first interaction, and then he did the whole chain thing. But no, actually, that happened before Denat was yelling at him outside that part that went viral. So again, all right, let me let him continue.
I'm not the dude that you can say whatever you want to say to, because if you run up on me, I'm gonna knock you the F out. And that's how that went, bro. And there's nothing I'm proud of. You understand? But you don't talk to grown men. I don't care what kind of YouTube show you got. I don't care what kind of, you want to go viral, you want to do this and you want to do that. You conduct yourself as a gentleman. You want to call yourself a reporter. You don't see all the reporters who went to school. You don't see all the reporters who got their degrees, who got, you know, who worked up the ladder to become who they are, yelling and screaming and cursing and saying all kind of crazy shit to people. You don't see that. But if that's what you choose to do, you choose to do that, bro. But I'm not the one you're going to do that to and then think it's going to be all right to get on the elevator with me. I don't care where we at. I don't care where we at, what we got to do. We're going to get it in. And I'm too grown and too old for that. But you're not going to talk to me any kind of way. And you ain't going to say whatever you want to say to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to disrespect me as a man and think it's all right to do that because you got a YouTube show, because you want to go viral. You want to do like that. You be ending up.
And you know what the funny part is? Wasn't I just saying that? Like, it's a difference between going to the trial and just covering it. And then there's a difference between people trying to go viral. Literally trying. It's not coming natural. Like, they're literally doing anything just to go viral. But here's the thing about trying to go viral. It got real consequences at the end of the day. Because not everybody's going to play the YouTube game. Like us, me and you, we know the YouTube game. And Gene knows the YouTube game. I think that's why he didn't take it that far. But again, people on the street, they don't know the YouTube game. They don't know this is just, you know, for attention and to go viral. They don't know that you're, you know, playing a game or you're trolling. If somebody I don't know approaches me on the street, I'm not thinking, oh, this is a YouTube game. I'm thinking, okay, you trying to approach me or you trying to do something to me. And let me tell you the truth about something. If I was in New York and there was somebody yelling and screaming where I'm not from and I don't know anybody, somebody yelling and screaming, I'm automatically on the defense. Because the people who I'll be hanging out with is probably Melanie Jones and Aaron, and both of them scary, so they would let my ass get whooped. So I gotta be the one to. I know Mel is in the chat right now. I don't think Aaron is here, but yeah, both of them scary, so they would have let me get my ass whooped. So again, I gotta be on the defense. I don't care if they're here for you to like. I don't know anybody in you. Like I'm gonna be on defense the whole time. You know what I mean? And so, rightfully so, Gene Deals are like, hey, like you ain't gonna. And again, just like some of you guys said in the chat, the allegations that he making that he was taking girls to the hotel and stuff like that's it. Like you can't approach me with that and think I'm just gonna be okay with that. No, that's serious right there. And you know me, I have criticized Gene Deal because he be telling the story. First, he tell the story that he was there, and then he'll tell the story that he was in the other room and shit like that, right? You know, I used to make fun of Gene Deal, and I still am going to make fun of him because Gene Deal be on that shit, and he be back and forth with his story. He'd be like, you know, I was in the room, and then I seen Usher in there, and he kissed the girl after she gave him fellatio, and then he said, "Oh, I heard it." You remember that? Gene Deal always be like, "Yeah, I was in the room. I shut the door. I slammed the door. I shut the door. I slammed the door. I kicked the door, and then I was drinking." You know how he talk. Get your story together, Gene. I don't like all that back and forth and shit like that. But yeah, that's besides the point. But I wouldn't walk up to Gene and be all like, "Gene, how come you say?" Like, I would have a conversation with him, you know. But hey, not everybody's like that. And shout out to everybody coming in the room. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. You know I'm acting up today, right?
I want to go to the next subject, man. Let's go to the next one, bro. Because
okay, that was it. He was done. Okay. So for those of you who haven't seen, I'm gonna go ahead and play the original video that went viral that we all had seen. Okay, here we go. You ready? Uh-oh.
Listen, we out here what kind of content? You're not gonna tell me what to do.
You can't come up on me.
Bro, listen.
If you come up on me, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out.
That's what I say.
That's what I say. That's what I say.
Bro.
That's what I say. No, bro, shit. I said I'm a bitch. You gonna misgender me now? Now it's fucking anti-Asian because I'm Asian.
Bro,
so now you harassing me.
Bro,
I am protected by
can't do that.
anti-Asian hate.
Go down the road
Now
with
you
that.
misgender.
You can't. I'm not the type of dude that you can.
I gotta play that one.
Bro, listen. We out here
I know
what
I
kind
look
of
that
content?
lady.
You're not gonna tell me what to do.
You can't come up on me.
Bro, listen.
If you come up on me, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out.
That's what I say.
You gonna
That's
do
what I say. That's what I say.
Bro.
That's what I say. No, bro, shit. I said I'm a bitch. You gonna misgender me now? Now it's fucking anti-Asian because I'm Asian.
Bro,
so now you harassing me.
Bro.
I am protected.
Here's the thing, you guys, that people aren't remember. So he was saying, bro. And so that's why she was like, "You're misgendering me now." Like a lot of people thought she was transgender, and I'm all like, "No, she's not transgender, y'all." Like literally, he was saying, "Bro," and she was like, "It's like, you know, if a woman called me sis, I'll be like, don't call me sis. Like, don't do that." Like that's what she was saying. She wasn't transgender or anything. Like y'all was just thinking, yeah, y'all was doing too much, and that's my favorite lady, like that, right there. So y'all better not be talking shit about her. But let me play this other video where she cusses him out more, because y'all know I'm petty, right? And again, I'm just telling the story. I'm not being biased. I'm just telling the story, right? You know, we let the drama go last month, so we're on a new leave. You know, all that good stuff, right? Okay, here she go.
Lady, please.
What did you do to
We out here
Mr.
to
Gene
get
Deal
content, man.
inside the courtroom
Look how
right
you
before
acting.
my
Why you
eyes?
acting like
And
that?
why did I have to get in your face like this and tell you to
Get
step
out
back
of
from
my
him?
face, bro.
Why
You
did I have
cannot
to
do that.
stand in front of Mr. Deal behind me and tell you to back up off of him?
Because it was two men handling the business.
And then what happened? But what happened?
That's for me to know.
But what did
Why
you
is you out
do?
here talking
So
about
why
that?
you not telling the truth? My name is
Because-
Candle.
look
I'm
how-
transparent.
But
I'm
look
true.
how you right here. I can't have the same
C-A-N-D-O-R.
energy with you, sweetheart. I can't.
But you didn't have the same energy with him when he came outside either.
When he came outside, he left,
Man,
yo.
get out of here.
He left.
Doing it right.
He left, yo. What are you talking? Am I supposed to be ignorant? Why did they let you here? You stank, bitch. Comb your hair. Your hair look like a bird nest.
Notice he walked away. He waited until she walked away. Remember we talked about that?
You look like a fucking pelican. You a loser. Lady, please.
What did you do to
You're not here
Mr.
to
G
get content,
Deal
man.
inside the courtroom
Look how
right
you
before
acting.
my
Why you
eyes?
acting like
And
that?
why did I have to get in your face like this and tell
Yo,
you to
get
step
out
back
of
from
my
him?
face, bro.
Why
You
did I have
cannot
to
do that.
stand in front of Mr. Deal behind me and tell you to back up off of him?
Because it was two men handling the business. And, you trying
And
to
then what
assert
happened?
yourself, yo.
But what happened?
That's for me to know.
But what did
Why
you
is you out here
do?
talking
So
about
why
that?
you not telling the truth? My name is
Because-
Candle.
look
I'm
how-
transparent.
But
I'm
look
true.
how you right here. I
C A
can't
N
have the
D
same
O R.
energy with you, sweetheart. I can't.
But you didn't have the same energy with him when he came outside either.
When he came outside, he left,
Man,
yo.
get out of here.
He left.
Doing it right.
He left, yo. What are you
Doing it
talking?
right.
Am I supposed to be ignorant? Why did they let you here? You stank, bitch.
All right. So, yeah. So yeah, there you go. That's what you see. So again, that's why this all went down. Because he literally approached him twice, and then the incident happened where he, yanked his chain, and then that's when you see the knot. And what Gene Deal exactly said, pulled out his phone and was recording and walk away. And then that's when Gene Deal, if you walk up on me, I'm gonna knock you the F out. Rightfully so. If somebody walk up on you, you knock them out. And then our homegirl Candle was all like, don't misgender me, don't call me bro. And also, that's a hate crime because she Asian. She didn't say Haitian, you guys. She said Asian, like the Asian, what they call the Asian hate crime bill. So yeah. Oh, Candor. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Thank you, Princess. Thank you, Denitra. Candor. Okay, somebody find me Candor Instagram. I want to interview that lady. I still want to interview her. And yeah, so that's when she checked him. She checked him. And she had every right to. I ain't mad at her at all. You doing too much. Like I said, even though like me and Wiley have had our issues and stuff like that, and he actually thanked me. Wiley is the perfect amount of troll when he's on his medication. But he would have been perfect for like doing interviews and stuff like that, right? He wouldn't be a try hard or try to, it's a way that you can do it and go about it and still be funny and be effective. So I want to go ahead and go to the video of the girl. Go back to Emily. Let me stop this and then let me pull up Emily. Because she actually was all like, I was there and I got the real account of what happened. Okay. Hold on, let me pull this up. Not Free Joe Exotica. Hold on, where's our video at, y'all? Technical. Oh, here we go.
People are lying about what happened that day between Gene Deal and the YouTuber Donette. I wasn't going to make a video, but now that the lies have been spreading, I need to come clean. I was the only...
She said, what she say, y'all? Donette? Hold on, let me take that back. Hold on.
People are lying about what happened that day between Gene Deal and the YouTuber Donette. I wasn't going to make a video, but now that the lies have been spreading, I need to come clean. I was the only eyewitness in that elevator when the fight broke out between Gene Deal and Donette. Me and that lady that said that she was Asian. That was it. Now I'm hearing that there's some guy named Charlie pretending he was an eyewitness. No, he wasn't. This is what happened. I was in the elevator with Gene Deal and this woman. We go downstairs. We get out of the elevator. All of a sudden, Donette, the YouTuber, walks up. He confronts Gene Deal. Gene Deal, all of a sudden, takes his hand, puts it on Donette's chain, and shoves him. Now, people are saying that Gene knocked him out. That did not happen. He just, kind of did one of these for a second. Then I'm standing there thinking, oh, shit. Well, this is getting a little wild. Security starts looking at me like, and I'm like, I don't know. And I'm like, yeah, maybe you should come on over here, I guess. They waited 5 minutes. Do I look like security? They thought I could handle it. Now, someone said that there was a rumor that they told Gene Deal not to come back the next day. I didn't see that. I heard they didn't even know what was going on. No one saw the fight except me and that lady. They just told us all to leave. They're like, can you just grab your phones and get out of the building? I think the reason Gene Deal didn't come back the next day is because he didn't want to deal with the bullshit. That's what I think happened. So basically, did not get knocked out. Holy shit, that is a tongue twister. Did not get knocked out. And I don't think Gene Deal was kicked out. These are all lies being told on the internet. I hate that I'm the only eyewitness here, but I also love it because I love when the truth comes to light. And that is what happened. Cheers.
Ding, ding, ding.
People are lying about what happened that day between Gene Deal and the YouTuber Donette. I wasn't going to make a video, but now that the lies have been spreading, I need to come clean. I was the only eyewitness in that elevator when the fight broke out between Gene Deal and Donette. Me and that lady that said that she was Asian. That was it. Now I'm hearing that there's some guy named Charlie pretending he was an eyewitness. No, he wasn't. This is what happened. I was in the elevator with Gene Deal and this woman. We go downstairs. We get out of the elevator. All of a sudden, Donette, the YouTuber, walks up. He confronts Gene Deal. Gene Deal, all of a sudden, takes his hand, puts it on Donette's chain, and shoves him. Now, people are saying that Gene knocked him out. That did not happen. He just, kind of did one of these for a second. Then I'm standing there thinking, oh, shit. Well, this is getting a little wild. Security starts looking at me like, and I'm like, I don't know. And I'm like, yeah, maybe you should come on over here, I guess. They waited 5 minutes. Do I look like security? They thought I could handle it. Now, someone said that there was a rumor that they told Gene Deal not to come back the next day. I didn't see that. I heard they didn't even know what was going on. No one saw the fight except me and that lady. They just told us all to leave. They're like, can you just grab your phones and get out of the building? I think the reason Gene Deal didn't come back the next day is because he didn't want to deal with the bullshit. That's what I think happened. Did not get knocked out. Holy shit, that is a tongue twister. Did not get knocked out. And I don't think Gene Deal was kicked out. These are all
right, you guys. So there's the story. She was there with the Asian lady too, Candor. So she seen what happened. He didn't get knocked out. And that makes sense with, listen, also, the other way I know that he didn't necessarily get knocked out, if Gene would have hit him, his face would have been damaged. Before Danette, she said Danette, right? Before Danette went to New York, he got fresh Botox, and you know that nose is his 7th nose. He got fresh Botox in his 7th nose before he went all the way over to New York. Gene Deal would have messed up his face because that's one of his new faces that he got. So he would have messed up his face and everything like that. So all that surgery and Botox and shit like that, he would have been messed up. Oh, new set of teeth as well too. Yes. He got a fresh feel and everything like that. So he would have been messed up if Gene Deal actually put his paws on him and did some real yeah, he would have been done, y'all. He would have been done. But yeah, so this is the story, you guys. So he didn't get knocked out or anything like that. It was just, it was minimal, But of course, hey, if I'm going viral, I'm a lie and say it was this and that and play it up to be something that it was not. So the truth is always boring. You know what I mean? The lies are always better than the truth. The truth is just this shit ain't nothing. But again, it's so crazy because you don't have to do the circus shit to go viral. Granted, okay, your name is here and there, but at the end of the day, that's not going to be longevity because this Diddy trial is only going to be here for a minute, right? It's only going to be here for a minute. We got a few more, until July, and then it's over with. What are you going to do next? You got to find the next thing or the other thing. Are you going to go to every court case? Not every court case is going to be a big deal. No one's going to care about every court case that's going on. So again, it's going to be okay, whatever. But putting in the work actually does pay off, because you do have people like Armon and Tisa Tells who have been killing the game. They have. You can't say, oh, Armon and Tisa, they're this and that. I mean, you can say things about, you know, their content or their character, but as far as what they're doing, they killing it, y'all. We can't hate on them. That light is bothering me. You can't hate on them. They killing it. And rightfully so. Tisa Tell had been talking about the Diddy thing for the longest time. So it made sense for her to be there and to cover this court case. Armon necessarily has not been covering the Diddy case, but because he's such a character, he's able to present the news in a way where it's very entertaining. He can present it in a way that Tisa can't. Like, even though Tisa has the numbers, she doesn't have the same influence as Armon. So this is why you see him doing a lot of the TV stuff. Like, he's going to be on Nancy Grace on Monday. He was on TMZ. He's been everywhere, you know? And then Tisa has been getting a lot of traction. Her channel is growing. Like, she's doing good. And she's been featured in that Diddy documentary. So it makes sense. And I'm not thinking that Tisa is not going to do TV and stuff like that. Probably a little later on and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure people are going to want to interview her. But Armon is entertaining. This is why he's able to get the interviews on the TV networks and shit like that. I was even listening to the radio out here in the Bay Area. They were playing his commentary on 106 KMEL. And I was like, damn, like, he made it like that? Like, he's on KMEL? Like, that's dope. No matter what you think about Armon, he's doing it. Oh, the more oil. Yeah, and now he's going to be selling the more oil shirts. Oh, yeah. And they've been clipping him and putting him on TikTok. Like, he's all over the place. Exactly. Shout out to the Bay Area. Yeah, shout out to us. But again, he's everywhere. You can't deny him. And literally, he did not do a stunt. And he's been able to go viral. Tisa Tells has not done a stunt. And she's been able to go viral. You don't always have to pull stunts and do ridiculous shit to go viral. Sometimes your talent just speaks for itself. Yeah, you can get us a quick laugh, but okay, after that, because when you look at the comments in the neighborhood talk, you know, when I just played you that video from the neighborhood talk, they're all like, who are these nobodies? Yo, you're like, who are these nobodies? Like, who are they? Like, why are we talking about them? It wasn't like, oh, this was really entertaining, or oh, this is funny, because you ain't got to know who it is if the video is funny or somebody. But a lot of people are like, who? Why do we even care about this? So it almost had the adverse effect where it's not one of those things like, oh, this is going to be my next thing. This is going to give me my next job. This is going to take me to my next career. That's why I said I had made the decision a week ago, like, I'm not going to the Diddy trial. I was going to try to go like later on in June. I'm not going because for me, I can do and it's not just only the money, but it's the money. It doesn't make sense for me to go because there wouldn't be any benefit for me. It wouldn't be no benefit. The same stuff I can do from home and get the same numbers and everything like that and make the money that way. Me going there, I don't think that would have brought me extra income. And no. And it's not only that, I would be losing out on money. I'll be losing out on money. If it was a wash where it's all like, okay, I'm going to make back what I spend. Nah, you looking at $2,500 a week, you guys. Like, it's expensive. If you don't know nobody or have a hookup or something like that, it's $2,500. I ain't got $2,500 to spend like that. You know, luckily people like Armon, he said he has a studio there. Tisa has an arrangement. Like they thought about this far in advance to where, okay, I'm gonna be good and I'll be able to stay, you know, this length of time. But even then, like you got to take care of home. You gotta really make sure shit is organized. You see, like people like Celebrity Scandalous. She was there for a couple of weeks. Neek at Night. She went for 1 week. Neek at Night was all like, "I'm gonna go back to my real life." She was like, "Screw that. I ain't staying the whole time." But again, it takes a lot. So I commend, and even with Donette, I commend going to the trial because at the end of the day, not all of us can do that. There's people even living in New York, New Jersey who won't even go to the trial. So anybody who went and spent their time and money, like all kudos to y'all. But like I said, one of the reasons why Armon and Tisa have been talking about this. She's been featured in the documentary, and her videos have went viral regarding this. So Tisa is dominating the trial, as well as Armon. Armon is dominating too because he has the personality. You know? And shout out to Mims too. Mims is doing his thing too. And I know that Mims is going back on Monday to the trial, so shout out to him. Yeah, he's going back. But see, even Mims was all like, shit, let me come on home. I gotta come home. But he's going back out there too. So again, and like I said, shout out to all the content creators. All you have to do is put in the work. That's all you have to do. And Mims, think about it. Mims and Armon went to that new Black Media luncheon or whatever, or they went to dinner. Remember that? He posted a picture. That was dope. Being able to network and collaborate with those people and just try to feed off of each other. That's what it's really all about. Now, I know some people are all like, oh, why they get to go and stuff. It wasn't meant for you. What's meant for you is meant for you. What's meant for them is meant for them. You know, but if I was in New York, I definitely would have snuck to the dinner. Or at least sat at a table right now. Shut up. Don't judge me. Judge your mama. But I would have been at a table right next to him. Yep. I would have gave y'all the inside scoop and everything like that. And also, too, I don't know about this whole, like, Jaguar Wright went for 1 day to the trial. Mind you, she didn't even go on the inside. That was weird to me. Like, I was all like, why would you just go for 1 day and then you didn't even go inside? Well, she probably would have been arrested for those warrants, but y'all know. You would, oh, thank you, Angie. I appreciate that. Thank you. No, you cannot come sit with us. Right. Oh, man. What's up, Cups? Yeah. So you either want to do the work, put in the work, and go viral that way, or you want to do a clown show, put on stunts, aka stunt queen, as Princess was saying. You want to do stunts, be a stunt queen, do that. But you can't hate on the next person that's also doing the work and going viral, making money that way too. You can't hate on them for doing that. And it all comes in time. I think people are so quick and they are like, oh, if they do it, I can do it too. Yeah, you can do it, but you can't do it doing the same shit they doing. You got to do your own shit. Simple as that. You got to do your own thing. You can't do the same thing that they doing. It ain't going to work out for you. Like I said, shout out to Celebrity Scandalous. She didn't go viral and stuff like that, but she still went down there. And she still was doing her content. She wasn't trying to act a fool. If anything, she was down there trying to network as well, but she wasn't doing all the ridiculous shit because you don't have to do all that. You don't have to. Yeah, it's funny. It gets you a quick notoriety, but it's not going to fulfill you at all. And maybe and listen, I could be wrong. Maybe Danette does get some kind of fulfillment. Maybe it's all like, oh, see, people are talking about me. People have me in the title. People are saying this and that. And maybe it does, but listen, it only lasts for so long. Worry about, getting your money up, getting your bread up, networking, trying to get along with people. That's my biggest advice for Danette. Get your money up, collaborate with people, be nice. That's one thing. Like, shit, telling a grown ass man to be nice, like, be respectful, stop acting a fool. That would be the best advice I can give you. I don't know what else to say. Get your money up, get your bread up. Like, yeah, that's pretty much it. Act like you got common sense. And you might want to get you some security too. Because he ain't playing with you, homie. He ain't playing. But again, you guys, that's all I had to say. This wasn't going to be a long show. I just wanted to give y'all the facts of the situation and then also just give my opinion on the reason why people like Armon and Tisa Tales have been really killing it. And they've been basically dominating this whole trial. Rightfully so. I'm not mad at them at one bit. I'm not mad. They put in the work and they're doing it. What else is there to say? Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's other talented people and da-da-da-da-da. And again, there's people going viral on TikTok or Instagram. Sometimes it's not always just YouTube, you guys. You guys have to think about that. There's other platforms you can be going viral on. And maybe you can get some satisfaction. I remember there were some viral videos that I did on Facebook. And at the time, I wasn't really making any money on YouTube because I was focused on Facebook. There's other platforms, you guys. You have to remember that too. So you ain't got to pigeonhole yourself and be like, damn, why ain't I going viral on here? You can go viral on other places. Now, the money isn't as good as YouTube. I will say that. Especially Facebook, because they still got 2,600 of my damn money. But, it is what it is. 82, I told you last week about. Yes, you did. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get the hell up out of here, but hopefully you enjoyed the show. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I love y'all, but we out. Deuces, everybody.